Hi everyone, this is video number 9 of your GCSE Buddhism revision guide, and the topic for this video is the Sangha. So our learning outcomes for this video are to describe what the Sangha is, explain why the Sangha is important to Buddhists, and assess whether lay Buddhists are essential to monks and nuns. So one key word only for this video, Sangha. What is it? It is the Buddhist community. If you're asked an A question in your GCSE Buddhism exam, what is the Sangha? That's all you need to write, the Buddhist community. And you can get 2 out of 2, 100% for writing that. But we need to develop our understanding of what the Sangha is a little bit more, because you could be asked a question like this. This was in the 2011 exam paper. So do you think all Buddhists are part of the Sangha? And to get full marks, 4 out of 4, we need to give 2 developed reasons. So ask yourself right now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel about answering this question and getting all 4 marks? The idea is that you watch the video again and again until you feel 100% confident, because it could very well come up in this year's exam. We're also going to ask another question, which is connected to our third learning outcome, which is assess whether lay people are essential to the Sangha. That's the statement, and you have to give reasons for your opinion, say whether you agree or disagree, and why someone might disagree with you. And you need to give 3 brief reasons, or 2 developed reasons, or 1 fully developed reason on each side in order to get full marks. So what is the Sangha? Well, this is the Sangha here, this picture here. You can see monks and nuns and lay men and lay women. That's called the fourfold Sangha. So 4 different parts. So it's monks, nuns, lay men, lay women. And basically it's up to a Buddhist to choose whether to be a lay person with a job and a family, or to take robes and become a monk or a nun. It's their choice. It's not something anybody forces anybody to do. So the Sangha. Now I've just talked about the fourfold Sangha. However, the most common understanding of the word Sangha to those who aren't Buddhists, but also some people who are, is the monastic community. These guys behind us here, who are carrying lotus flowers. If you choose to become a monk or a nun, basically you're choosing to make studying Buddhism and trying to attain Nibbana your career. You're committing yourself to that goal fully. So let's look back at this exam question then. Do you think all Buddhists are part of the Sangha? Give 2 reasons for your point of view. Yes, the Sangha is the Buddhist community, and in major traditions of Buddhism, all Buddhists, monks, nuns, laymen, laywomen, are considered to be part of the fourfold Sangha. Also, some Buddhist traditions, such as the Western Order, have no division between lay and ordained members. All members of this Buddhist school must therefore be part of the Sangha. So we've got 2 developed reasons there, 4 out of 4. So ask yourself now, I mean, I've answered the question in one way. You may have a different way that you'd like to answer it, but are you 10 out of 10 confident about answering this question if it were to come up? If not, replay the video or look back at some revision material that we've given you on S Drive until you are. Okay, so that's our first learning outcome met. Describe what the Sangha is. Our next learning outcome is to describe why the Sangha is important to Buddhists. So here we have some monks. I'll return to that image in a minute. Why is the Sangha important to Buddhists? Well, monks and nuns ensure that Buddhism carries on as a living religion rather than as just something in a museum somewhere. And they do this by meditating, studying scriptures, teaching Buddhism to others, offering advice in line with Buddhist ideas, and performing Buddhist ceremonies. The Sangha is also one of the 3 jewels or refuges. Now, you'll learn more about that in later videos, but essentially what it means is a refuge is when we are in trouble, when we need help, we turn to a refuge to get sort of some sense of safety. So The three refuges for Buddhists are the Buddha, the Dharma and the Sangha. So you look to the example of the Buddha, you look to the teachings that he gave, and you look to the Buddhist community, your friends in the Buddhist community, good friends, to help you out in hard times. Now in Theravada Buddhism, these guys behind us, behind the bullet points here, are Theravada Buddhists. In Theravada Buddhism, the order of monks are exemplars to lay Buddhists. What does that mean? It means people look up to them as an example of how a Buddhist should live. So they're very well respected. Both monastic and lay Sangha members gain merit by fulfilling their duties to one another. So if we go back to this image, we've got these monks carrying begging bowls, and these lay Buddhists over here are giving them food. Now, according to Buddhist teachings, these lay Buddhists here gain good karma by giving them food, and the monks in exchange gain good karma by teaching the lay Buddhists all about Buddhism. So, explain why the Sangha is important to Buddhists. I think that we've met that learning outcome. If you're not so sure, replay the video until you are. Moving on, final learning outcome. Assess whether lay Buddhists are essential to monks and nuns. So let's go to that exam question from 2010. Lay people are essential to the Sangha. I agree with this statement because monks and nuns gain good karma by serving lay people. Also, lay people provide gifts of food and clothing to the Sangha. In addition, if every Buddhist became a monk or a nun, the Buddhist Sangha would die out because there would be no one to produce the next generation. That's 3 simple reasons, 3 out of 3. Some people might disagree with me because they might think that lay Buddhists could distract monks and nuns, because monks and nuns are supposed to be celibate, they're not supposed to have sex. Also, renunciation could be seen to include giving up attachment to lay people. Renunciation here means giving up worldly things like possessions and wealth. In addition, some people might think that monks and nuns do not need lay people to attain nibbana, only their own efforts. So that's 3 brief reasons and a total of 6 out of 6. So, how confident will you feel about answering this question? Now answer that question yourself. What we want is for you to feel 10 out of 10 confident. So, let's give that final learning outcome a tick. All 3 learning outcomes hopefully we have met. The next video you should watch is the one on Unit 1 keywords. Thanks very much, everyone.